Forest in the game.
We have a bit of a welcome break from London derbies and matches involving London clubs for a bit, as today Arsenal take on Nottingham Forest from the City Ground. The form book says it should be a simple win, with first coming up against 17th. Well, some would say it's only Nottingham Forest, but let's be honest here, Arsenal have a tough kind of dilemma today. They're up at the City Ground, a very passionate set of fans, and seeing their team fighting for survival, even though it is looking clearer by the week with a relegation. And oh my word, we've got an inside the ground camera there. That was interesting. But yes, it's going to be a tough task today. Nottingham Forest are an extremely young and very decent side. They really shouldn't be where they are right now. It's really just been the luck of the draw. And like we said, a very passionate set of fans, as you can hear in the background. You can hardly hear anything else. This ground is rocking. And as we said, they are a team sort of battling for relegation, although safety is looking more of a possibility every day. But of course, the other kind of part of this dilemma, well, there's actually twofold. City have won their game earlier in the weekend and have closed the gap down back to within 2 points. So Arsenal need a point at least today to keep their lead beyond, say, a 3-point threshold if they want to win it like maybe a week early, so to speak. But the other side of it is the FA Cup next round that were drawn against Chelsea. That is coming up in a couple of days' time, because this is actually a midweek game, but City already won theirs, and now the gap is 2 points again. So I guess Arteta's going for a semi-strong side. Yaro is preferred over Saliba today. A young midfield kind of headed by Jorginho. And the front three is actually Isak and Gyökeres with Alexander Isak. So Isak is starting. Isak did not score against, I don't think he's scored in the last couple of games now, actually. I don't think he scored against West Ham at all, to the point where he was subbed off, which I thought was rather interesting. There is still some time for Isak to bag those last 8 goals he needs to equal the Premier League scoring record of 36. But it's not going to be an easy task. And I think that's why Arteta has gone with a couple of experienced hands, so to speak. Of course, Yaro and Gyökeres won't play against Chelsea in the FA Cup because of cup tie rules, so they won't be there anyway. I don't think Yaro played against Arsenal in the FA Cup third round when United took them on in that position. But I think he did make the bench or make the team, so he definitely won't be playing due to cup tie rules. I'm not sure if the same would apply to Gyökeres, assuming it would, because he's already been cup tied elsewhere with Sporting Lisbon. I think most notably would be, of course, the Champions League and maybe the Portugal kind of version of the FA Cup, as it were. Raheem Sterling making a rare appearance today. He's been out for a while. He forces a save out of Carlos Miguel, who's a very capable goalkeeper in his own right. So Forest have a really good side. It's rather unfortunate the position they're in right now. Let's hope they can be okay, along with Everton, of course. We hope for their sake that they stay in the Premier League as well. That's a good take by Fabio Vieira. He's footed across, and Gyökeres is a diving header, and he scores! And it counts! It looked offside to me, but Gyökeres will certainly take that. That's another goal for Gyökeres, and that is exactly what Mikel Arteta will need if Isak doesn't score on any given night. This is a great ball by Vieira, and I guess Gyökeres was just faster, but it just looks offside to me. He looks a long way offside. No, VAR's not checking it, so it counts. I mean, Mikel Arteta will certainly take it, even though there's a question about it. But 7 minutes in, and Arsenal already continue with their scoring run. But it's not the usual suspects. It's Victor Gyökeres with the first goal of the night. So here's Gibbs White. I think he was formerly an Arsenal player, if I remember rightly. Here's Jota. Not to be confused with Jota, who plays for Wolves. It could be the same player, you know. So history beckons for Alexander Isak. 8 goals left to equal, 9 goals to beat the record of 36 set by Erling Haaland, and still plenty of time to beat it as well. But as we said, didn't score against West Ham and actually got subbed off as a result. It proved to be inconsequential anyway, because Arsenal won by 2-0. That was David Raya's 12th clean sheet of the season. So he's closing in on his previous number last season, which I believe was 16 or 17. So he's nearly there. David Raya just having just as good a season as he had last. He's up finds Sterling, and Sterling will shoot from there. And at least he made the goalkeeper think about it. Well, he has scored a couple of goals this season, Sterling, but he's been rather ineffective for Arsenal this year. I don't think that's any fault of his own. He did have a stint out with injury, of course. And the likes of Trossard and Martinelli, you know, the kind of players he's up against fighting for a starting spot, really have been beyond expectation. And of course, not to forget Saka, who's been rested. And Scally, great ball. And Thierry actually gets it off Lockyer there. And now here comes Jota. Boy, he is a very capable striker in his own right. That's a foul on Jorginho. It's going to be a free kick. Oh, the legendary Brian Clough, forever a icon here, with that stand all his own. That's a beautiful looking free kick, and Gabriel very well cleared away there. Gyökeres stronger, getting to the ball there. Scally, and Thierry gets there again. Here's Gibbs White. And that almost got through, but Yaro read it very well. Yaro certainly looked the part in this Arsenal side. I think as long as you have William or Saliba, Gabriel or William Saliba in your side for at least one of the centre-back sides, then you're in for a good defensive night. Or afternoon, or whatever the time may be. I mean, there are small rumours linking Saliba to Real Madrid. I, for one, hope not. I'm sure my missus would too. They just got their striker. They don't need to lose one of their best defenders as well. It'd be a kind of a domino effect, wouldn't it? But who knows? Maybe that's what the signing of Yaro is. Maybe it is to cover if Saliba is tempted away by Real Madrid, and who wouldn't be? It's Real Madrid. Even the greats like David Beckham and Cristiano Ronaldo have gone there. Oh, and Isak, oh, that's well played by Alexander Isak. He's got to score, you'd think. Oh, well, Manelli done ever so well, to be fair, to recover that situation. It took a little bit of a deflection, but Isak was quick onto it and ran away, but Omdamingi was right there. Good defending by Forest, to be fair. David Raya clears it away again, and it's a semi-good goal kick again, but unfortunately only a Forest player got there this time. Yarrow. Here is Kiwor. So I'm told that Kiwor is looking to maybe become a bit more of a central defender. It looks like Arteta could be trying to make his height work, which would actually be a very good idea. I've always thought Kiwor has the size and the strength to be more of a central defender than a wing-back for sure. And that's a foul on Raheem Sterling and a Forest free kick. That's very harsh. I think it was Gabriel actually. Yeah, some talk that Kiwor could be trying to move to a centre-back position, which would, like I said, be better for him. Hasn't really got the speed, per se, to be a modern fullback, as it were. Here by Yarrow, and Fabio Vieira clears it away. That's going to end up with Raheem Sterling. The touch is way too heavy until Fio gets there. And show to Jota. Jota getting past Gabriel. And now he's through. And he scored. And that was not in the script. Jota absolutely made mincemeat of Gabriel. And not many people have been able to do that this season. Great move here. It's Jota's silver, so it's not... It's a different one. But it's the same result. It's a goal. And that was not in the plan. If Arsenal were to draw right now, they'd only gain a point on City and be 3 points clear. It would certainly be not a disaster. But if Arsenal want to win this league with games to spare, they need to keep winning. And it's not been a problem for them this year, but wow, what a surprise here at the City Ground. Nottingham Forest have equalised. Here's Jokeres. And not a bad, looked a bad cross. David Raya, probably you could argue, should be doing better. And a keeper of his calibre definitely should be, to be honest. 12 clean sheets this season. And some really good saves away from that. But there wasn't his finest moment. Got to be honest. Sterling. And that's really only due to his very high standards he set himself, particularly this season. He had an absolutely stunning start with a great double save against Wolves. And he's been just as good ever since. But there, certainly probably could have done better. But here come Forest again. Nearly is usually amongst the goals, but Gabriel and White team up to clear that away. Here's Skelly. Again, another bit of a loose ball. Here's Jota. Kiwor. Oh, and I think he expected Lewis Skelly to keep running towards the ball there, Kiwor, and a bit of a miscommunication there. Looks like it's fouled. O'Brien takes the free kick quickly. And Forest come forward again. Now Murdy has spun Gabriel out. And right, that's a good save. That's in the door. If he'd been a little bit quicker, he probably would have gone in and off the rebound there. But he did force Ryan to another save. He's captain today with Odegaard rested. Of course, for the FA Cup match, most likely. It's going to be coming into a big match times now for Arsenal. Title leaders, title contenders, and in the Champions League. It's going to be a very tough task against Bayern Munich. They have beaten the odds against the likes of Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, but against Real Madrid, it was a bit more of a game. Real Madrid had to score 6 though, so there was kind of some comfort in that. They didn't get completely blown out of the stadium. Even though the Bernabeu is one of the most intimidating places in the world. Lewis Skelly has got to score. No! He's saved by Miguel. Good save Sterling holds up the ball very well and forces a corner. It's been Arsenal's Achilles heel this season. They've not really been able to give much from corners. Well, it's not a bad shot from Lewis Skelly, to be fair. He had to make the save, the keeper. And it's Sterling with the corner. And so clears it away. Good header. The ball is back in. Gabriel is still there. Headed forward by Yoro onto Isak. And Isak has kept going. Forces a save with the keeper. And Miguel is doing brilliantly, to be fair. Alvarez back in. Oh, that was unfortunate. I think Miguel would have had that covered anyway. So, Forest equalising. Pretty much against the run of play. Although, to be fair, I think they are worthy of their goal. And Miguel has done brilliantly. And Jota Udibabele. Who's Dominguez. Some really good players in this Forest team. The league table doesn't tell the entire story. They've built this over the last couple of years. The likes of Elanga coming over as well. Some say maybe Scott McTominay was up for maybe joining him as well. He ended up staying at United, I think, but I don't think he's had a game under Ruben Almiron, so it looks like Napoli could be looking at him for the summer. Which, in my view, would be very unfortunate for Scott McTominay. Certainly worth more than people are getting credit for. It's a brilliant squad player, very much like Darren Fletcher. But I think we're in an era where squad players are really frowned upon these days. I think it was White with the corner. And Forest conjure up one last opportunity. Here's O'Brien. Tackled by Vieira. And held up by Gibbs-White. Arsenal being a little slow and a little bit more patient than usual, but not springing forward like they usually do. And they certainly haven't been at all the races today. They got the opening goal with Victor Gyökeres, but Forest have been definitely worthy of their equaliser. And it's 1-1 with the break at the City Ground in a crucial game in some ways. Welcome back to the City Ground. Here at Nottingham, we have Nottingham Forest and Arsenal in a midweek, pretty crucial Premier League clash, so to speak. And Arsenal haven't really been in all of the races today. It's 1-0 at the moment. Shinchenko has come on for, I believe it could be Kiwior. And Lewis Skelly has been gone off to be replaced by Patino. So a couple of Arsenal substitutions right off the bat. Here is Alexander Isak, who's been rather ineffective today in a rare event. He's going to come forward with Sterling. He puts the ball in. Oh, it's gone over Isak, and Gyökeres misjudged the flight of the ball as well. Arsenal probably should have made a chance there. It's a good cross in the end. So the state of play is that Arsenal, for the moment, are 3 points clear of City because they won their game earlier this week. And a bit of a semi-game in hand over them. Ben White has found Sterling again. Sterling puts the ball in again. It's towards Isak, but Honcho clears it out for a corner. Sterling will take it. He's headed away by Thierry, who's done brilliantly today. And the referee has given a foul and a free kick to Forest, strangely enough. But they've given it away. And Ben White will shoot. Probably should have made more of it. Arsenal not altogether at it today. Been a bit sloppy and a bit slow. Haven't been the lightning quick attackers they usually are. And I think it's something that Forest will want to take advantage of. They're in a crucial fight at the bottom of the table. They're around 15th, I believe, at the moment. So relegation isn't really a worry for them at the moment. but it can all change. We've seen this transfer from Stadium to Copenhagen for the last 10 games now. I'm not sure why the game keeps bringing that up. The transfer window was over a month ago. There's Gyökeres. He's going to hit the shot. And Miguel has made another decent save. He's played well this evening. At a time when Arsenal really don't need this kind of thing to happen at the moment. And would you believe it, speaking of the title chase, next for City, I believe is an FA Cup tie against Nottingham Forest, I think. Oh, and a goal by a Winnie for Forest, and I was really busy trying to figure out what that match was. But in any case, well, Winnie has scored for Forest, and that really isn't in the script now. Now the title chase could change on its head. And, well, that's a bit too much space, to be fair. Arsenal defenders just kind of nowhere near him. He's wide open, to be fair. And, well, this is a rare sight. Arsenal losing. Certainly wasn't in the script. Forest 2, Arsenal 1, and now they have it all to do, and they haven't really looked at it today. This could be a crucial result if it stays this way in the title race. It'll be City back within 2 points of the top, and they've got to face Forest next, although I'm not sure what competition that is. Arsenal have got an FA Cup tie this weekend against Chelsea, and that's, I think, a week later, so I'm assuming City are still in the FA Cup. I actually don't know. It's been a while. And Winnie again. Tackled by Euro. Wow, Winnie just found himself very open, so to speak. Sterling was too close to follow to try and blow past him there. He hasn't really got the speed he once had. It's picked up by Isak. Isak again, just really not looking at it today. And there is confirmation of the FA Cup tie against Chelsea. So I'm assuming that match that City have is a Premier League tie. That must be what it is. If they beat Arsenal here today, they'll feel they can beat anyone. And Arsenal have been such a strong team to come up against this year, only losing twice, all season long, 3 times all season long so far. The loss against Manchester City earlier in the season, then the loss at the Bernabeu, and then a second loss against City in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Here's Patino. Here is Isak, a bit out of position than usual. And Isak just not looking altogether at the races today. And Nova Dele is actually going off for Miklovic. You get that great tackle on Isak earlier. Here's O'Brien. And all of a sudden, Forest look very worthy of their win right now. Arsenal not looking to get at it at all. They've not really had a lot of the ball either. It's a good tackle by Vieira though. Sterling, brilliantly done. But that pace is certainly lacking from him these days. And he's going to run down the ring here. He's going to get fouled as well. Well, Tofilo is coming off for Anina. Sterling takes the free kick, and Dominguez heads away. And Anita's first action is to head that further clear, but here is Shevchenko, and Forest get another free kick. A shuffle with the deck from Arsenal. Gyökeres, Sterling, and Alexander Isak all going off for Reece Nelson. Leandro Trossard and Kai Havertz are coming on. And once again, Alexander Isak has been dragged. I hope that maybe the FA Cup has something to do with that, but Isak has not scored for a couple of games now, which has been very rare. That's a good save by David Raya on that one. That's much better. Because he's not really looked at it today. His defenders can be more to blame for the second goal. That's Ndoye. And tackled by Yoro. Poor pass. And that's really been Arsenal's problem. Been very loose with the ball today. Yoro comes to meet the attacker there. I think it might have been Hudson-Odoi, but Arsenal get it clear. Havertz. There's Patino. Forest have been very good defensively against Arsenal today. They've usually been the scoring machines. But today they've only scored one. It's a very rare sight indeed. Miguel can come up to meet it. Oh, it almost clipped off Kai Havertz. In fact, I think it did. And that tells a bit of a story, doesn't it? 170 passes, a success pass rate of 85. Forest is certainly looking the better team, especially in the second half. He's Anawini again. Cleared by Jorginho. Well, has Mikel Arteta taken Forest a bit lightly, perhaps? Probably not. He did play Gabriel and Isak, but certainly missing the likes of Odegaard today. Trossard didn't start the game, and no Saka either. Vieira. Havertz. Patino just looking slow. Arsenal looking a bit messy on the pitch. In terms of positioning. They've been one of the great counter-attacking sides this year. Using pace and strength to get by defenders like Havertz is doing right now. And Miguel makes another good save. And that proved to be crucial with 9 minutes left to play, but it is an Arsenal corner. Miguel, you've got to be fair, he's done really well. Vieira with the corner. The referee put up his arm to play advantage. It would have been advantage to Forest. Where are these fouls from Arsenal coming from? You don't like fouls to me. Zinchenko tackles Thierry off the ball for a Forest throw and then gets the ball back. That's a foul on Zinchenko, surely it is. Zinchenko did brilliantly to receive the free kick off the throw. Or the ball off the free kick. There. The ball off the throw. Patino. Reece Nelson. He's gone by his man. Puts the ball in. Goes towards Vieira, but Miguel got there first. Winnie. And Raya can pick that up. Well, don't ever count Arsenal out until the final whistle. And this is why. Here comes Kai Havertz. Chelsea have got a second against Southampton. Kai Havertz has scored. A vital equaliser for Arsenal, baby. Kai Havertz scores again. We've not heard that a lot this year. He's been out for a lot of it. But what a good return to form that'll be for him. And a vital, vital goal in a game where Arsenal haven't looked altogether at it, to be fair. But like I just said, don't count them out until the final whistle. Miguel is unlucky. I think that's gone off his foot. Let's have a look. Oh, it's gone off his hand. Oh, Miguel, he's unlucky. The power of the shot from Havertz was enough to take it through the keeper. And Forest, their hearts will sink because they have played a very good game today. But it looks like their valiant effort is going to go only with a point. Jorginho's been hobbling for a bit, which could be a worrying sign of the more than the injury bug this season. But here's Trossard. Trossard puts the ball in, and Nelson is open. It's a good save by Miguel, and a great double save, and he's grounded as well. Carlos Miguel, what a recovery. The boy has played very well, and Forest deserves something from this game. They probably should have got all 3 points, but take nothing away from Forest's performance. They have played well today, and here they come. Jota with Oldham Wingy has some space. It's a splendid save once again by David Raya, right at the last. Oh my, couple of great saves either side. What a game. Gibbs wide now, and Raya saves again. And that could prove to be crucial later in the season. Raya with some more stunning saves. He's not had a 100% game, that's for sure, but my goodness, he's come through when it matters. Gibbs wide with the corner. The game's not over yet. And Dominguez, oh, and Raya again, and Jota, and Raya again. Splendid saves. Oh, he's come to life all of a sudden. And he has saved Arsenal from a loss today, that's for sure. But here they come. Now Anita. Forest have gained a second win from somewhere. And Fabio Vieira finally stops the surge. And that's the end of a fantastic last 10 minutes or so. Started by Kai Havertz with a vital equaliser. But David Raya saved the point. But Arsenal, you could think, probably should have won this on paper, but they did not look altogether at it. And that could prove to be a vital title swing as it goes back slightly in City's favour. But the gap will still be 3. Could this be a flashpoint in a title charge, maybe restarting for City? Forest 2, Arsenal 2. Vital points dropped, you probably should say. Well, actually, to pick up on that, it probably is a point saved, actually, when you think about it, because Arsenal were behind. But anyway, let's have a look at all the other scores from earlier this week, and also today there was one other game with Chelsea, I think, winning by 2-0. So Brighton 1, Bournemouth 3. Continues Bournemouth's good season, to be fair. Brentford 1, 2, Everton 1. Another good year for Brentford, actually. West Ham 1, Leicester 1. City, as we said, won earlier, 3-1 against Spurs, which could prove to be vital, actually, when you think about it. Wolves 1, Fulham 1, Palace 1, Villa 1. And finally, something goes right for Ruben Almiron, beating Ipswich by 2-0 for United. 1-1 between title-chasing Newcastle and fourth-place Liverpool. The gap is 9 between those two. And Chelsea, as we said, winning by 2-0. So Arsenal's gap at the top is still 3, but now it could slightly put it City's way. We'll have to see what happens from there on out after the FA Cup matches. Newcastle and Liverpool stay 3rd and 4th, as we said. Chelsea now up to 5th now. They were towards the bottom when the season started, as were Spurs. Brentford and Bournemouth are 7th and 8th, followed by Villa and West Ham. Brighton 11th. Manchester United finally move up a place, although it's not really going to count for much by the end of the year. Fulham 13th, followed by Leicester City. Crystal Palace in 15th. Everton 16th. And we were saying about Forest's point being vital. It somewhat is, but it only keeps them out of the relegation zone for now. So they are in a bit of a scrap because Southampton are only 2 points behind them. And I think down there is Ipswich. I think, actually, they're a further 2 points back. It could be Wolves that equal on points with them now. So the relegation scrap is a lot tighter than it looks. Any one of the last five could go down right now. Maybe even put Leicester City in there as well.